Assalamu alaikum. So today we are gonna do some new series of videos. We are gonna talk about databases, PyQt5, the designer, Python, and so much other fun stuff. So let's start by installing the softwares that we are gonna use in this series. So let's open up a Firefox new window. Okay, there it is. The first one is MySql. So we are gonna work with MySql in this series of videos. So if you are working on Windows, download MySql from this page. But if you are like me and you are using Linux, in most Linux distributions this MySql version wouldn't work. I don't know why, but I found a really good alternative. So it's actually a fork of MySql, so it's more secure than MySql, and it will actually be as helpful if you want to install it also on your Windows machine. So if you just want to follow up with the course, even if you have Windows, so let's just go and look for Mariadb, database, and enter the first URL. So go the download icon is the first one. Well, appears even the connection is so slow. So go to the download page, select your operating system and the version you want to use. We want to use the latest version. I am on Linux. If you are using Windows, select Windows, select your processor architecture, your package type, and hit download. So I'm using the terminal to do this. So I'm gonna open my terminal. I'm gonna change to my root user. To the password, I mistakenly spelled that wrong. Okay, let's just do history. This, for a matter of my privacy, let me just do this in an outside window. History, pipe in the command grep Mariadb. Okay, so if you are using Linux, I'm in Kali right now. It's based on Debian, the Debian distribution. So if you want to install Mariadb, you just do apt-get or sudo apt get install Mariadb server and hit enter, and it will hopefully install it for you. So if you want to make sure that it's been installed, test it with this line: MySql root user, give it the password root in reverse, so it's actually TOOR. So let's show databases. Okay, so it's working. Exit, clear, and there it is. We have installed our Mariadb successfully. The next step for the next software, we have DBeaver. We are going to use the DBeaver software. There isn't actually much of tutorials about this on YouTube, so I'm gonna do a series of videos just about this software later on, but for the sake of this series, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna cover just the things that we need to accomplish our project in this series. So set enter on. So first of all, what is DBeaver? So DBeaver actually is a good alternative of the Workbench MySql Workbench, I think that's its name. Okay, yeah, that's its name. So MySql Workbench works just with MySql, but DBeaver works in multi-platform database. It's a multi-platform database tool for developers, data administrators, and analysts, and all people who need to work with databases. So it supports all popular databases: MySql, PostgreSQL, SQLite, Oracle, DB2, SQL Server, and much more. So let's just go and read something about it. So hit the documentation. It will take you to the GitHub documentations page to the software. If you have time and you have some little bit of curiosity, you need to check this out. So going back, go to the download page, select your operating system and download it from there, but like so. I'm just gonna use the terminal, so apt-get or sudo apt get install DBeaver. That's all it takes for me to install it. So hit enter if you are using Linux. So after installing this, we are officially done with installing softwares that we need. So I'm gonna close my Firefox, gonna go to YouTube products, I'm gonna create a directory, I'm gonna make a new directory, I'm gonna call it products databases or database or DB. Okay, I'm gonna move to my product, I'm gonna create a new directory. So what I'm doing now, I'm gonna create this directory of data next to my index.py file, and this process I'm doing it for the sake of compiling the code after getting done with the whole product or the whole project. So if you want to use PyInstaller, it's gonna make you move all the files to a separate file or to one file eventually beside the index.py. So you are gonna need this in this directory, and all your files should be replaced in this data folder in order for PyInstaller to compress everything in one application. So a lot of people actually have problems with PyInstaller and why it wouldn't work for them. So this is the problem. More about that later in this course, after installing or after completing the project actually. Okay, so let's do something here. So let's open the design first. Okay, let's bring it in, open the main window. I don't actually want to do anything in the main now. I just want to save a new file, call it main.ui, save it inside data, save, get out of there. Okay, so I'm gonna make a new directory inside data. I'm gonna call it teams. Okay, so next step is to start making our UI.